from the day I will start 2025 official season, no. Where now your NDC be a minimum during the campaign period or during the time we were in opposition, we were casual friends, we were professional friends. That friendship ends. I'm putting it here, I'm making it official. Why minimum NDC and I'm no high friend because I like the cause of John Mahama during the campaign, before the campaign, for the past 6-7 years. From 2025, when I start my official season, that friendship, with all due respect, me who I make a high, but that friendship ends there. It's going to be a professional friendship. It ends there. So our friendship no is see. So nobody in the NDC should put anything in their head and say, oh, me Kevin Taylor didn't come up paying. Oh, Kevin Taylor, they're madam for my texting that, or you're madam for. No. Or you're madam for professionally. But when it comes to my job, Sir Adam for no, it ends. There's a reason why my team wants me to put this out there. That friendship ends there. You saying hello to me and me replying hello will not affect my job. And I'm saying this specifically to the NDC John Mahama appointees. Mo titru no and as a message we ekobo. Now, there's something we want to put out. Advice the appointees of John Mahama. One, mo occupy office bia now no. The first thing you need to be doing now is to be preparing an audit to tell we Ghanaians, office now, this is what I came to meet. Obia with the right to have an internal audit. And Sana will be taking over that office. No, you need to let Ghanaians know what you went there or you came there to meet. We don't want anybody to come later to tell us. Me ba ye no na we nye but now we no me ni hobby. Omo hwe me no omo nte office wo bi. Eya won kwa na call office and handing over notes were handed over to you. So it is your responsibility to make sure that people know what you came to inherit. I am not going to force anybody to tell the people what you went to inherit or what you have gone to inherit. It is better for you, it will be in your own interest to come out to let the people know that this CEO, this ministry, when I came over, this is what I met and this is what I am working with. Because when we start to do our job, we don't want excuses from anybody. I'm doing this because Kevin Taylor timing. Because I'm not going to take that shit. I will make it personal. And Intina, I am nicely letting you know, say I'm out of office. Ya point to what it is equally better for you to also let the people know what you went there. Do not cover things up, because when we start to go in, we will tell the people you are the one who committed a crime. You have the opportunity to do that now. You have the opportunity to do that. Accountability is very important. In this occupy office B, John Mahama we are competent. When we say ubetuma ye jumano, na se o se ko office we ya, let us know what you went there. Dia uko hu ye. Ment na ho Emma nyoma mumfa also Emma be kan kire say you came to inherit this. This was not done. And we are not going to give you that excuse. Inti make them internal audit should be done. Secondly, every appointee should understand, say, every department, government office, whether you are a CEO, you are a minister, or whatever, there is a PR department. This thing I'm doing tonight, we will come back to this. It will be because of Kevin Okaye. Some of you appointees, you love the media. You like the flamboyance. You like to wear suits. You like to use words, English, grammar. You like to boast for people to know what could school. Or a lawyer, or a PhD. Every department you occupy, say, or a CEO, or a one, there is a PR department. They are paid to do that job. And their job is to speak to the public, to speak to the Ghanaians, what your institution, the institution you are heading is doing. Sa rational mo sorry na obia sorry wadani PR at his own department and stop. It's a generous advice. Sankwasiade way ena mosua bedu this point. Mo ayama mo office biya no, use your PR department. You have people who speak for that respective institution. They are paid every month, and their job is to meet the press and to speak to the press. It is not your job, the CEO, to be meeting the press and going on radio to tell the Ghanaian on the street what you are doing. It is the job of your PR department. Wow, PR department, my PR department, and your then it means you don't need a PR department. Secondly, why you are in a rush to go on radio, go on TV every day, every 2 days to go and talk about your job and exposing yourself, we are letting you know, say, hand that job over to your PR department. At Chirswa, they need to release a statement signed by the PR department head, authorized by you. You need to deal with PR department issue statements. Say assemble institution, you the CEO, you are not the one to speak. It is the PR department that is supposed to speak. The person in charge of PR, the spokesperson, he or she, that is his job or her job. That is how you govern. That is how you are able to manage an institution. That is how leaders do it. Anything at your scale of preference, anything at your job distribution, anything at uko ejumebiyama obia woni role, anything at your obiaka. Mo tie sadi wa mo pese mo betie mo problem. I know some of you definitely will think you are arrogant, you blow yourself up, and we will be here to make sure we blow you up totally. When you go to the Jubilee House, Felix Ofosu-Kwakye is the mouthpiece of the Jubilee House. You see how your boss himself, the president, is using the structures. When he wants to tell somebody to do something, he tells you. The last time, Okache Ghana for said, he will instruct the chief of staff to take a decision. He knows there is Ejuma also BIA. Every time there is an information coming from the Jubilee House, it comes from the PR. That is how it's supposed to be. In Saudi, I will see Ama Ejuma. Now, no power no be PR, one no be MD, one no be ICU. I will help you blow up. I will make sure you lose that job because you are not ready to make sure a man for also muye omejuma no omube omejuma. Now, Maka media, too much media. Stay away from the media. The appointees, I am telling you. I know some of you appointees are still communicators of the party. When you go on radio or on TV to speak as a communicator, maybe you are a CEO of a department or an institution, but you are still the communicator of your party. When you go there, you speak as a communicator of your party, but you don't speak as in the capacity of your institution. If somebody demands information from your institution, that person needs to go to the PR department of your institution. That is how it works. Inti Adebachi near the watch TV3. Ebia, we are communicator in the NDC. We are executive. You still have to play that role as a communicator for the party. When you go on TV3, you discuss what they are discussing. Anything pertaining to your department, your PR will have to release a statement. So you can tell the panel, I didn't come here to discuss my department. I came here to discuss what you have on the table. If what you have on the table includes or has my department issue in there, I will tell you that wait for my institution to release an official statement. When they insist, you are the CEO, why can't you say it? Let them know you respect the rules of your department. That is how it works. You can be a panel on a morning show as a communicator for a political party and a CEO. You can still make sure this works. Me catch them. And sana mumubi mudi mujimi. Ama sa some of these stupid account media for na omu beti nipa. Omu jinipa no siboni. Peace FM, Angel FM, OK FM, sa Isra FM, Kesbin FM, sa eye wood sa Nkwasia FM for bino. And sana mwa jimanwe siboni. They are there. That is what the NPP is waiting. Omejuma is here, no. They want to trap you guys. Memetiano, obokeles men chumau. Because I have fought hard to get John Mahama where he is. people like myself on my platform, other Ghanaians fought so hard democratically to make sure we save our democracy. Into me, if you decide, say, oh, you're arrogant, you are going to do your own thing, I will do everything in my power to make sure you are kicked out. Yeah. And I'm not going to sit here and make you feel say, you're appointing to be a rosary. No. I'm telling you what you need to do. Oh, you're arrogant. Don't listen. Fine. Yeah, the Jimmy. Yeah, any appointment. But yeah, bet to me too. Now, there's one advice I want to give to appointees. Mr. S, Mr. P, guys, stay with me. The young people who helped the NDC to win 2024 elections, mu polling agents on NDC for create job opportunities for them. Why you be ma a jumebia appointment biano? It is your responsibility. Sir, in Konfona almost sacrifice here over 40,000 young men and women who stood still, who were resolute to protect your ballot. Amudi call training mu. Almost sacrifice here, said they want to fight because Ankebibe to mewu, Kebe to Bobitu. This is the time you people have to also remember them. Create job opportunities for them. Mofa Ejuma, look at those people. Consider them first. On your list, they should be first. You people have no idea what I am doing. But in the next 6 months, 7 months, you understand. Let's say, more positions, no. So young men and women over 40,000 now mo chair omugu Ghana. And opportunity to omuko jina ballot boxes on edi omo life. E sacrifice omo life, e protecting mo ballot. E making sure say ya kind mo ba. E ma mo benya power ma mo mwenya the opportunity to serve no. Mo mwenya opportunity nya for ministers to CEOs. Omo also omo priority so those people, give them employment. Create job opportunities for them. You will need these same people in 4 years. Let them feel part of this government. Let them know, say, those people, no, you appreciate them. Let them believe in that. Let them have that commitment. Don't take that from them. The moment you take that from those people, you will lose 2028. I'm telling you. You people should go back to your election directorate. Tell them to bring the list out. Munche list, no. Competent ones who are capable of working. Give them jobs. Muntie me. Give them jobs. Mamu kotina office one cover for juma mamu girlfriends and kwasi afobia no baby o manya hwe ebusuafo. Omo amu wini power no mamu no omo da ho titifie. 4 years enche na ba. 4 years in the next 3 years na ba. These people, some more disappoint you, you will not get anybody at the polling station to defend your ballot again, to protect your ballot. You lie, you will lose. So I'm telling the CEOs, Munina from the ministers, create jobs for these people. It be to my PR. There are so many opportunities. Majority of the people who are your polling agents, they are educated people. Create job opportunity for them. Some missing or 4 way. Losing the trust they have for you, you are done as a political party. And I know what I am saying. And it goes to especially the young ones and when your position were NDC, Mabaye CEOs, Mabaye Diano, you have to create jobs for these people. Moon create opportunity more. At least about 70% of the 40,000 people, they need to be employed. The chairman in the respective regions, mo amunim enkwara na mo de omudimba na mum start and contact you NGO information. You, the job is on you, the regional chairman. Because time and I pay nipa amabaye training. I waste your time. Esua de etumi ehusibia ye hyehyaba ye kan aba no. These are the people who sacrificed. You know where they are. Nobody should come and tell us they don't know where they are. No. When you needed them for the elections, you were able to call all of them. You can call all of them today. The list is there. Omanebo, you have it. You know where every single one of them is. Sami Jemfi, you know the list. Yaya Koku, you know the list. You people, computer man, NDC job, list, no. Make sure you fix these kids. Give them jobs. Now, it is very important to say about to me, you understand, say to me, and can the person affable power, to me keep power forever. In Tidebiano, you need to make arrangements. You need to be proactive how to sustain that power. And no nankwasia na omuntiasie. They thought to say power na ikuta omono MPP for no. They thought to say nobody, nothing can take from them. But the moment I obey smart, power be doing similar, you need to start thinking how to keep that power. And it shouldn't be a bad way. It should be a way. So power now keeping ebe protected now protecting nipa na or the 2 minima. So their interest should be your priority. So omo come who bo mu ema o 2 mino omo interest your priority. You can hold on to that power for years, hundreds of years. We'll be able to influence them. And that is what I am showing the NDC. The young people are there, they are watching. Omo mko say adwuma nyinam titifie. Me hu say mo CEO Sribia yama mo dwuma no must start looking somewhere. Oh, we need this guy, he works at this place in UK. I'm going to bring him. Oh, I have seen this person. No. When people wanted power, they were in UK. Let them stay in UK. Those people, they will come and position now when you be you free. They need to be rewarded. And they have to be rewarded with jobs. Because you know, say, so they will be willing to come back in 2028. The experience they have now, no, they will be willing to use that experience to make sure you win the elections again. Because election I'm winning, you know, these people almost commitment level and a boy winning elections. 2028, you are not going to go out there again and find 40,000 people who are true to your cause, who believe in what you believe in. You will not get it. I'm telling you. The next 4 years, 40,000 people now using Endeno. Someone show musi ye na more opportunities. I'm feel comfortable. And yet you may be I'm willing to help you in 2028. You will lose the elections. Media makamasem. More appointees, no. Majority of you should understand that John Mahama is a new kind of leader now. John Mahama is ready to leave a legacy, a being seen that in our history. And so why politics are check? Now say why you do with fear. So we take you time now to study John Mahama. The appointments he's making. The reason why I don't discuss appointments, who goes here and who goes here, say John Mahama knows who he can work with. I will not choose somebody for John Mahama to give me an excuse when he does not deliver. I will allow John Mahama to choose whoever he thinks can help him deliver. Celebrate said John Mahama to deliver. I can blame him. It is what study me. I don't get involved in appointments. I don't instruct my guys who write on my page and all that to talk about appointment and we don't do that. Because we believe, say, John Mahama and your two abamano, you believe in your respecting intelligence and to me in him. So what say with the experience now, who say asimesiwe, sebio or yaba fine, sebio or any friendly, sebio the one kind on number to juma. You have the belief in to me, mano. Let him work with that person. It is not up to me to tell John Mahama, say, why now be you know, why now be you know. Because when I do that, then I wouldn't have the right to criticize John Mahama's government. In this what study, I don't talk about appointments, and I don't want to have anything to do with appointment. I don't care. What I'm looking out for and what I'm waiting for is the delivery. Give me the delivery. So I'm a delivery now. We are an enemy. It's me. John Mahama can choose to appoint anybody. I don't care. I don't care because I believe that he's competent enough to know who he wants to work with. I will not scream about John Mahama's appointment. No. I respect him and I respect his decision, and I know majority of Ghanaians or taking decision. I believe, say, he's considering the majority of the people who gave him that power. No? I know he will not take a decision that will soil his integrity. And I say will destroy his legacy he wants to leave behind. I know, say, whatever decision he's taking, anytime I see an appointment come out on social media, I look at it like the same way you look at it. I'm like, okay, this is what John Mahama wants. This is what he believes he can work with. That is it. I would never sit here and talk about appointment. And John Mahama, I don't want for we. No, I don't care. I don't. It's not my business. I don't that conversation. No, me. I'm not an menya kwara in politics. So I've been doing this for years, and I've gotten to that point. Say I'm not supposed to give politicians the room to give me excuses. And to me, I don't decide for politicians. I allow politicians to make their decisions. That's what gives me that room to critically analyze or assess a political party or a government. And see, sometimes when I see some of the appointments, I watch, like the same way then we say, okay, this is what John Mahama wants. This is what he wants to work with. Let's wait. Let's support it and see. Delivery, but something happened today. You see, and some ministers were supposed to be sworn in, and one lady who was supposed to be sworn in, your friend, minister designate, gender minister designate, your friend Agnes Na Mumulati, and then you bring go say John Mahama swearing in. She was late, and the information is that John Mahama refused to swear her in, or the Jubilee House decided that so why late there is no need, because the president cannot go to the Volta region in the morning. Make sure he returns to swear ministers in. Now what ya cry? Now catch him so later. So President Nekwa swear in is total disrespect to the president and to his office. So your appointee in Mahama's government, you should take a clue from this. This shows that Mahama can fire somebody tomorrow morning after swearing the person in tomorrow afternoon. John Mahama can fire somebody tomorrow evening and no pass or swear anybody in or chanopa. In the evening, John Mahama can sack that person. This should tell you something. So this lady was late to the swearing in, and then Jubilee House prevented her. So at the end of the day, so your appointee, this should tell you something about your leader. Your leader is trying to tell you, he's trying to speak to you. Respect the people. Respect the people who have given you that power. And with all due respect, I don't know what led to the lady getting there late. But at the end of the day, the president to make of water region, to make sure so I swear ministers in so you should do everything possible to be there before the president. That's how it's supposed to be. There are no excuses here. So this wonderful lady did not get the opportunity today. Maybe tomorrow she will get the opportunity. But it sends a very good message. It sends a strong message to you, the appointees. Nobody is above sacking. Nobody is above cautioning. This is the new John Mahama you are seeing. This is the new John Mahama government you are seeing. It is not government as usual again. This is a new kind of governance. There's a governance whereby we need to respect the people, because sorry Ghana phobia TV almost constituents share. So if you don't get there on time, Abra president ne drew on timer, then technically you are disrespected. No amount of excuses in these circumstances, because President Nick of Volta region on to Masayaba. This morning when the president went to the Volta region, me who say Okasano Odinkan epa ahemfo any asofo ne chow say he is very sorry. This is the president of the republic. He does not have to apologize to anybody when he's late, because the president has a lot of things on his plate. So president to me appear at a function earlier. The president, even on his way, because of security, he can be delayed. Yeah. The security setup can tell him that, Mr. President, the place is still not ready for you. Even though security is ready, we believe that you have to still stay indoors for another 1 hour because we are trying to put some things in order. You don't have that privilege. It is a precedent. And a pay a call water region the voter and sekasa opa eye ahemfo ne chew opa eye de asofo ne chew opa omo betena ho kakra ansa na oba de chew say he's sorry he delayed a little bit. And that is how it's supposed to be done. That is how it's supposed to be done. We need to show respect. So when I was listening to John Mahama, I realized that now we have a leader who nimi nyansa. Yeah, a leader outre in his gestures and in his utterances. Outre now by say why Junior will say untumi nya de me yedi be and respect nipa na. Then do not think it's obet ma serve or ma ban. Sometimes you don't need a leader to pull a gun or to speak stupidly and foolishly like a Kufuor and Abaumia to look like say you are strong. Your actions alone speaks a lot. And that is what John Mahama is doing. I am so bad. I feel so bad for her. I don't know what caused this. And I know, say, she has learned a lot from this. And I believe, say, it has sent the right message to every single appointee. I am praying that tomorrow, if there's going to be another ceremony, they should try and swear her in. She's a very competent lady, very respectful lady. She's very diligent in her job, and I know she can deliver. But at this point, it becomes difficult to defend when you know, say, you have to be there even maybe an hour or two before the event starts. But it's good these things happen. Because, say, Sanyama we in Sia, appointees libino, and shada and yadeng, and shada what is at stake. Some people still think, say, this is John Mahama as usual. No. I can tell you on authority, this is not the John Mahama you know in 2012 or you knew in 2012. This is the new John Mahama who wants things to be done right. He's resetting this nation. Mr. President, and whoever is in charge of the swearing in, with all due respect, I am pleading. I don't know what caused this lady's delay, but with all due respect, I know she has learned her lessons. And Ghanaians basically know what this woman can do, her competence and all that. We are apologizing on her behalf. We beg you, Mumana, another opportunity to swear in. Just swear her in and let her go do her job. But this is enough punishment. Mr. President, this is enough punishment. And I know the chief of staff and all the intelligent people around the president, the advisor to the president, Madam Valerie, the legal advisor to the president, Madam Brew, and the rest of the people in the Jubilee House. I know the secretary to the president, Mr. Mahama Kalistos, and the rest of the very intelligent people around the president, the vice president. This woman, I don't know what happened, but I believe that she has learned her lessons. She should be forgiven. She should be given the nod to go serve her people. And I know she will learn a lot from this. And sometimes it will be for a reason. This had to happen for some people to know what is actually at stake. Some people to know that serious business is being done. That's what I mean. This is something we have to be looking at. So, Mr. President, Madam Na Momo is a very wonderful woman. And I know from today, she will check those things very well. She will not underestimate the job she has been given. And she will not underestimate the people's time. And whoever is in charge, we are begging you, give her another shot. She has to be sworn in tomorrow, God willing. And I believe in this woman, she can deliver. And I know John Mahama and this government, they are a listening government, because I know that John Mahama saw something in this lady or appointing, and I know this mistake will not take her competence away from her. But at least it has sent a message that majority of people in Ghana, and especially NDC appointees, they now understand what they need to do. So, Mr. President, we are begging you. You see, I just saw this. And sometimes, there are people in Ghana we need to be very careful about. With me, what I hate, any people who speak without facts and people who expect Ghanaians to show them respect. Now, I've seen, my team just sent me this post on social media. And it's coming from Oliver. And you see, these are some of the things they do. And what they do is sometimes they just want to force themselves into the limelight. They want people to talk about them. They want to feel important. There are so many people in Ghana, I refuse to speak about them because me draw line. I give you some respect. But these are the kind of people that are from political insects. They feel, say, always they have to come out and say something to feel relevant. Now, this is Oliver. He calls himself a lawyer. Fine. I'll give that to him. Now, so all the monies the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay to the appointment committee just to get approved, are those ones not affected by oral strange republic? No facts to this. When somebody writes same about him on social media, this guy will be screaming. He will be insulting. He will be writing theses. He will be going on radio to radio and saying people are after him because of what he believes in. But they hide behind the small name that they have, the little distraction that they have caused to try and malign people. Where are your evidence and where is your facts? And we will have these kind of creatures with us for a long time. They are not going anywhere because they have this impression that they think they know everything. They know all. They are intelligent than everyone in Ghana because they went to some country to learn something we don't even know. So they can come into Ghana and now create things because they want to feel important. These are the foolish things they have been doing for years. Where is the money? Who gave the money? Come and show us documents. Come and show us evidence. 2025, you cannot just come put things on social media and just walk away. You need to prove it. Because people's reputation are at stake here. Anytime when I'm speaking on stuff, I add facts to it. So how can you just go on social media and talk stupidly like that? When they are appointed to be endorsed, the NDC has majority on the appointee committee. The NDC has majority in parliament. This is what we talk about. Proof knowing. So it makes us now start to question their credibility on things that they have said before. You see, Sir Oliver Muemuno, they quasiamuli sit on social media and want to malign people. When people hold their tail, then they start to leave their beard to grow like they are mad, to make it look like say they are homeless. Where is your evidence? When I also a lawyer, I call law school. When I only me call law school, me need degree, me need PhD, me need masters. I yedi Jimmy your street in so. Yedi yenko school papa bia. When I go kind brofo. When I a lawyer, this stupid statement you are making and spreading on social media, do you think it's going to help you? How does this help your credibility? Munjai sa Jimina modetete Ghana hono masa this time nobody is a friend again. Oh. We are going to make sure we expose you criminals. We are calling you criminals because the kind of things you say without backing it with facts, the kind of things you want to put out there to feel relevant. Yati kroma hana mobile ye humo. Baby anamo wono yenim dia mo ye yenim eye emfaso ye nya omoso. So you people cannot come to Ghana and pretend as if say ye humo sort of human beings before. Come and give us proof. You need to be called to parliament to answer questions because every day you people want to be seen someone mu answer. Sa nkwasi ade ne twemo. Oliver, we will not entertain it again. I am not saying say evidence I mean for evidence brand be prove you wrong. But this kind of stupid politics, it will not happen again. This kind of stupid childish statements, it is not going to happen again. Nobody's going to give you space again in Ghana. We are not going to allow this kind of fake news ambassadors. You, Oliver, and your group, you are the fake news ambassadors in Ghana. You cook the story, you go sit somewhere else, and on Panama TV, so now more discuss it, now more say Nipa life without anything backing it. Now, I think we can question your integrity. Now, we can question why you people are going through what you are going through. Now, freedom has come. So now freedom has come. So everyone can quasiamuli write anything. Freedom has come. John Muhammad on Chinipa. John Muhammad on Kandapa, on Kufuadomo, on Tatamo. Yadam Koshas and myself confirm 1 and 2 Monaba so I dare Chipanamo diabetes, Konamudim Quasiasem. And the freedom about into be a Jimino. Today freedom has come. Into Motitigana and Mujimiho. Parliament needs to call this guy to come and tell Parliament with evidence. Because you see, These people are supposed to be also a scapegoat. Or say no, a jail in 8 years. Now, Kwasi to one or say, hey, wait, you mean any some yes, Sadiano. These are the kind of people you put in jail. 8 years, 6 years. Then young people sitting out there who are also thinking to act kwasiamuli, no, they will step back and not act kwasiamuli like these people. What do you get from this? Where are your evidence? Obi beka some say for one about there. The outcome be to be proven today. The outcome no, you have not been able to prove to us. Political riffraffs. They be a politicians use them in the name say, yeah, they're neutral. There's no neutral in Ghana. Nobody's neutral in Ghana. Deciding not to even vote is a decision. You people are the problem at your war Ghana and the freedom of Ba into be a Jimmy 2025. We are not going to make it easy for some of you fake news lawyers. 2025. We are not going to make it easy for some of you people. We will make sure the law works. I was a parliament because this is an indictment on parliament. This is the higher disrespect to parliament. And Alban Bagbin and parliament, they need to summon this guy. He needs to come to parliament, meet the committee, and prove to the committee that he has evidence that some appointees paid money. If he fails to do that, he needs to go to jail. He needs to be jailed. Yes. Say your mom ran and your juma. You better not chroma and unquasiafo say a say chrono. I used to respect him a lot. I didn't know that he just wanted attention. Show us, prove to us. Me tie, say na adwi ochina oba on Facebook, now be share me evidence. I will come here tomorrow and applaud you. Because that is how you want things to be done. But until you do that, I will make sure Parliament, they need to call this guy. They need, you see, the NDC majority, they need to start something. And it brings me to what happened in Parliament today. When the committee now almost every appointees allowed Napo to come and sit with the MPs. You see, I want to tell the committee chairman, my friend, with all due respect to you, that is not your property. We all know Afenyomakin is a fool. The MPP group sitting there, they don't have any intelligence. They are not ready to help you people vet the appointees. Napo sitting on that committee, what was he sitting there? In what capacity? You allowing Napo to come sit on that committee, he is a former MP. Do you know the number of former MPs who can be guests at that committee hearing? Do you know appointees are former MPs are ministers are? They can also come and take a chair and sit with the MPs to ask to be laughing and asking questions. Are we serious as a people? And you, the committee chairman, you are playing jokes with us. Now, would you say MPP know what this majority in parliament are? Do you think that the MPP will allow you to bring somebody from outside to come and sit among them to say, Napo is a mere Ghanaian. He has no portfolio. So why do you give Napo that room to come and sit there and fool himself? As an MP? As a minister? That fool does not have any capacity. If he came as a guest to support Muntaka, he needs to sit back there. Now, for the during the campaign, flag bearer. But today, because of John Mahama, you are here for, or whatever committee chairman, you have a position. Nobody considered you in anything. The man who was being insulted by Napo Kwasi has made sure he gave you a position to be in parliament to be a chairman. You sit there and Napo Kwasi MPs or MP. If he came as a guest, can't he sit there? When my appointees don't do or more friends who are MPs who came as guests, why didn't they come sit there? Mudia munya to me and Mudi din Kwasi asem. Sa in Yankanam China, dirty riffraffs MP before them. Oji someone no majority and Kasan Kwasi asem na mozo so come so. Huh? And you people go on the street and fight so hard to give you power. Power no become movie in sana esma bodam. You start to underestimate the power of the people. You start to disrespect the people. Do you know the anger in the system? Do you know what the people want you people to do? I don't care. I don't fucking care who Napo is. He needs to sit back there. I don't fucking care who Muntaka is. So Muntaka ni Napo ye gay crown or daboma. I don't care. So Muntaka na po crack deals. And no mo kwasi deal aswasia. I don't care. Napo needs to sit where everybody sits. He's a fucking guest. He's not an MP. People work so hard to become MPs. People have worked hard to be appointed. So you don't allow this fool to come and sit amongst you. And you want us to respect you as a chairman? Why do you think Afonyo Market is disrespecting you? Because you have become so weak. You are here for. You have become so weak. Why send to now to and a question pay yourself in your market near MP before they are manipulating you? Why should Napo sit where he sat? As what? As what? In what capacity? Muntaka, I'll come to him. I won't talk about Muntaka. But you know my stand when it comes to Muntaka. He's a rat. Yeah. And I'm going to change from that. Muntaka is a rat. If the NPP are going to make any inroads in the Ashanti region, they'll use Muntaka. He's a rat. And I'll not change from that because I know what I'm talking about. But I'm not ready to deal with Muntaka now. Muntaka issue there, I'll take care of it at the right time. Now, last week, I sent me see Ghana and me obuasi ni akora minyini obuasi. I know every corner in Obuasi. It is sometimes I call myself say, yes, Mr. Get it for me. I know myself say, you're from Hogalam say boy, because I grew up in Obuasi and I'm not shy. I'm very happy to grow up in Obuasi. It's part of the reason why I unhume say me near ding. And you don't just see Obuasi ni akora and say the near bre. Obi on Obuasi ni dilibia nim so Obuasi ni akora ni na form ni nyamre sa. It does not matter the home you come from. Ohieni bo sikeni bo Boasini akwara is not timid. And no any normal. Oya Boasini akwara now you're timid as a wabodam. Yenti ase. Yene obuase krampo you benya problem. And I'm very proud to say minyi no obuase. My basic education minyi no obuase. Inti I've also always said say me the obuase there. If I have to speak for Obuasi, I'll do it. And if I have to criticize Obuasi, anytime any opportunity be me, yeah. And when you know me to be the Mabuasi for. Yes, because omudi nkwasi asema me catch robo omudi nkwasi asem. And yeah, because me free Obuasi me now for Obuasi and I say me ni pe bi Obuasi nti se Obuasi for Jimmy I should not talk about it. I will talk about it. Now, me besa me twa adwene ko bibi so. Last week, all over social media and on radio, traditional radio, TV, there was one topic that was going around in Ghana. And that topic was that Yekun eye nipa 7 ewo boase. So we study my platforms, enemy team. We decided to stay away from that conversation. We wanted to hear other opinions. We wanted to know, let's say, amount for making legitimate claims about the incidents they see Obuasi ye born nipa enson etuo e Obuasi. Now, the question is, science about mu say kosu ni nyina no, omo ano mo kasa ni nyina no. My question to them is say, where are they now? Does the conversation end there? Because you could see say omo no more TikTok, omo radio so, TV so, na omo ye dede nyina omo directing Obuasi the killing of 7 people no. They were all directing it to Captain Smart. The question is, were they seeking justice for the people of Moku Obuasi? And I say it was out of pain. Say, and I want to say that I'm not holding brief for Captain Smart. Matana Misho so I've told him my peace of mind so many times. I'm not going to use my platform to defend anybody. But my issue here is, sa assembly si Obuasi no. Mwana mo kasa na muye dede no. Was it about seeking justice for the people who were killed or murdered, or it was because some of you people thought to say it was the right opportunity to go after Captain Smart? Because for some reason, as someone ankasana is see na ya boni pansun tuo no against their will no. Ya Ghana military ekuomo close range no. As someone ankasana no, it looks like say majority of people who started this conversation and blaming Captain Smart say some utterances that he made and the causes our problem no. The lives of the people nankasana the justice we are seeking for the people, no, they don't care about it again. It looked like, say, it was an agenda to nail Captain Smart because of a mistake he made. I would say a mistake because none of the people who were sitting on TV from who journalists for any so-called at Ananta bloggers near the Adeno. Obian to me can't say on social media encore against the ethics of social media no journalists and I said radio no tisono. The journalists who were criticizing Captain Smart, criticizing everything, no, nobody can tell me say the ethics of the yejuma ye no sa ejuma we no obia embu ethics no so da. And this obi bu ethics no so 5 years ago. When something happens today, we need to go bring that 5 years one to judge the person today. I understand it's fine. And we have to do that because we need to check the system. And Captain Smart, some mistake no, he needs to be spoken to. It's a fact. He needs to be corrected. People need to let him know that your job, no, you are not even supposed to do this. I get it. But the question here is, those people who were making so much noise, you know, was it about the people who were killed, seeking justice for them, or it was about some kind of agenda or a pain against Captain Smart? Because it is looking like, say, majority of the people who were speaking and bringing Captain Smart into that matter, they sound like they are pained. They are pained because Captain Smart here juma too much my NDC about power. It is a Captain Smart there. Let's nail him. I'm asking you, was all those commentaries for justice to prevail or a personal vendetta or agenda against Captain Smart's career? I will not sit on my platform and defend Captain Smart for his actions. I'm not going to do it. But I'm also asking the motive behind some of the people who were sitting on radio, the so-called from journalists in and out of want to say, was the main thing about the seeking justice for the people, or it was about trying to get at Captain Smart because Makume Muno, Yase MPP lose elections, and we know for a fact that Captain Smart, the journalism work, he played some role for the NDC to win elections. It's a fact. I won't take it away from him. Inti esa attacks na yawe amudi lose election na amudi can samna and I say looking at asamono clearly and making sure say you didn't know kura atu baby was said that because me ya say a body pan soon tuo na ni pan soon na ya bo mutuo ya yesi omono. Nobody is making that a priority. Rather, everybody thinks say, or some people think say, when they go after a journalist, that will solve the problem. Mibusau, where did that conversation go? And I did Captain Smart at me we are not soldier for no boss out no or some form who Diana, because we are talking about military men who are supposed to know, who are supposed to act right under pressure. We are talking about military men who should know what to do at what time. This is not the first time Nipebi ako twan kantan every ako AG for territory mu. This is not the first time. Mimi nyini boase. I've seen this over 1,000 times. Till date, sa nipan so aye bo mutuo Ghana military for bo mutuo no. We have not heard the Ghana military say oboasini akwala ana small scale miner bi ebo soja ni bi tuo. So we are asking, what at all did these guys do for the soldiers to waste 7 lives? What did they do? Why is that not our priority? Other than we are not seeking answers. Why are we not seeking justice for these people? But it looked like, say, majority of the people are not radio, social media, LDD Captain Smart. The whole thing was the pain almost suffer still from the defeat of the NPP. And that is what I am seeing. That is what I am seeing. We need to be asking questions. Who gave the instructions for these military men to open fire on innocent Ghanaians? I say innocent because they were not yielding guns. These were Ghanaians who did not fire to kill a military officer. You and I, we have not been trained to be able to stand pressure. We have not been trained to know, say, we have not been trained to know, say, this danger needs to be dealt with this way. The Ghana military men, they have been trained. Now the question here is, small scale miner bang and a cheat to a boss so jani to a also so jani a bie a yedi a tuo a guniso. Yet I want to my soja nibian can't just ya boss so jani be a two. Into the question is, why the massa or dano? Why in a year call? Because from what I know, from a year witnesses who were there, the military men who came, they actually made a call. And when they made the call, that was when they started firing. We are talking about people who are before you, not less than a mile. People who are about 200 meters away from you. If even they are holding machete, and I said they are holding knives, you are a military officer. Enti die na bema sojani atwituo abo nipa 7 tuo pay abra sojani ntumi kan chem say nipa no mu gina no ba ko tutuo bo sojani bi ema sojani bi 9 etuo kan 9. Why are we not asking those questions? And you see, my member video bin tremo. There was a young man who was there. And mameka bin tremo. Soldier for no bo tuo no. They are the same military officers, sir. Time and I to abano. Yes, police station be obuasia. The obuasi young men stop you omona. Yes, ombabu. They were the same military officers are boss to this men. Sanko for we. These are the same military officers. Soldier 4 in election 2024 yeah, yes I deal with Obuasi East. These are the same military officers on Obuasi. The question is, why are military officers guarding private property? Anglo Gold Ashanti as a company, don't they have their own security? Why are the military there? These military men there, they are guarding Galamsey site and guarding Anglo Gold Ashanti sites. Why are military officers guarding private properties? Is that their job? Time and Amisa, Anglo Gold Ashanti had their own security. AGC security, no much green. So why is this at this point? Anglo Gold Ashanti, a big company like Anglo Gold Ashanti, they don't even have a security. Why should the military be guarding Anglo Gold Ashanti sites? Why? And why is the CEO, the MD of Anglo Gold Ashanti, why is he quiet on this matter? Because he was part of the people who gave the instructions for these men to be shot. Why hasn't he resigned? I didn't think that the guy is still at post. Why are we not questioning these people who gave the instructions for the military to shoot? We want answers. We want to seek justice. We want the people why the commander that night who gave the instructions for the military to shoot? Military officer Ben Yebo, the people who went to the site. Why is the AGA boss, the MD, still at post? Why are we allowing this nonsense to happen in Ghana? And we sit in Ghana, nobody wants to talk about the most important thing because the agenda is that Captain Smart campaign, Abwa, Emma NDC about power because that MPP need Jiminti. Yan destroy Captain Smart. I'm not holding brief for him. If he has made the mistake, it's his own problem. But the issue here is you going after Captain Smart worth more than the lives that we lost in Obuasi. Captain Smart now going to Temono. And no never to save people need to account. People need to give us answers. It is a party losing. Say, oh, yaw. Say, Captain Smart, I need you maybe, and I'll quit your party now. Now, so Obi actually to Meda Ghana for 7. You have to make it an agenda. Say, dear, into better chums says, our boys now on social media. Girls are on the radio, soon social media, Ekasano. Say, come mame, and now papa can omo your bobu to noa, and come back Jaisa. Captain Smart. No. Their focus will be on the military officer who pulled the trigger. Their focus will be on the AGA MD who oversaw the killing or murdering of these Ghanaians because AGA na erente sa military for we. So the MD should take responsibility for these killings. This is not just this is pure murder. Now Muji Sabro Chena wa anka MD of AGA in Kodaoti position. No. Who hired the military? Who hired those military men? Is the AGA MD. So why is he still in office? Why are we not saying that guy should step down? Why are we not protesting? Why are we not making sure the people who rather killed are being questioned? And then I change the conversation, no? Because a yaw will be muyem. Because some people are still paying this MPP free power. Because some people feel say journalists phobia ekasaye etia bone inti ende de yenya omo yanti omuti uti omuti nipa nso na eku omo no omo nya nipa. That is my problem in this whole thing. Inti abaye no, I didn't say anything. I was just listening. And you get some people speaking a lot. And I was watching them. Some of them, 90% are ignorant. They are speaking because Osiname, Obisa me Fribuase, Obisa me Asantini, Obisa ye the MPP4. The issue is, were you going to leave that one to go and say Captain Smart can summon Mbrebi? You are going to be asking questions. You'll be even asking for compensation. Mo amufri buase na bugina TV so and the social media for amokekan kwasi asem no knowledge no. So wunua mbema no ana momba na mawo mogudem nanka omugu on nke bo ba akutu a anka ba begina ba ka say nsem you be kan 3 months you will be asking questions adena sojani no e boss atu no. Na wunua ne kutatuo. Wunua ne ku sojani. Let's stop this foolishness. We want answers. The Anglo-God Ashanti MD is responsible for this murder. The soldiers who went there to kill them were instructed by somebody to shoot. People are supposed to give us answers. The MD of Anglo-God Ashanti, Mr. S, get me the guy's picture. We cannot make this go just like that. We cannot just sit there and say, oh, you're attacking Captain Smart into problem. We can't do that. We are going to make sure the right thing is done. And if the AGAMD is going to be fired because Anglo-God Ashanti is a private company, they cannot come to Ghana and murder 7 people and walk. We will let the international community know that Anglo-God Ashanti murdered 7 people. Yes. Because it's a company that is supposed to have its own security. I don't even know why the Ghana military is guarding a private facility. Why is Anglo-God Ashanti hiring military to guard their facility? They have the right to put together their own private security. Why are they doing that? Somebody should give us answers. I want to put the MD of Anglo-God Ashanti, his picture on the screen. Now, we are going to officially make sure that the MD of Anglo-God, who was part of this, yes, because the military officers, the question is, why they hire them? Were they working for free? Somebody hired them. Somebody was paying them. So when that person commits a crime, you, the person who hired them, is supposed to answer. Mr. S, get me the picture. I think we have it somewhere. The MD of Anglo-God Ashanti. We had the picture somewhere. I think the last time we were speaking, it came up. I have the picture. Mr. S, I have the picture. This man should be held accountable. And I'm so surprised to say, I say, Obian Peso Beka. I say, everybody is quiet. Near Tiha, and there were some people of Water River Authority. Omoko Bie Insio, Ewa Akosumbo, and the far Ghana for. We were blaming those people who did that job. Why are we not blaming the MD of Anglo-God Ashanti? Why is this guy still at post? Why is this guy still there? We not making him understand to say, you cannot lead a private company to murder Ghanaians. Let me tell you, when somebody encroaches on your property, in Ghana ranch, they say you have to shoot to kill. I'm telling you, it's a fact. Encroaching people's property is a crime. Now the question here is, crime committee, did it deserve them being murdered? These people were murdered. It's a crime now. Committee, did it deserve military officers opening live guns on them? That is the question we're asking. Unless the MD of Anglo-God Ashanti gave direct instructions to the military that when somebody crosses our territory, shoot to kill, then we will question him. Somebody needs to tell us something. Are we echoing? But are we echoing? That is the thing. So we need to start asking the relevant questions. Who is taking responsibility for these murders? The MD of Anglo Gold Ashanti, he needs to step away. He needs to step away. Watch this video. This is one gentleman who was there when the issue happened.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, brother, kuna soja for shoot no. Oni jina ono. Na me aboa you're treating fine. On the bullet in the kana. Oni jina ono. Nti nenu mu nsam kakra na ono ankasa eyewitness. Brother, I didn't see you now. Who can I didn't see you? Eba ne saying.
After say but ethic and no and yes a fish or I say kind of decoy any cutter and a cylinder a jar a ditra a canter and a truck canton we a truck canton we and a boy surrender a near opinion for me that force opinion for me a boy to Junior Catcher me say how much more fun chair. It's a Bonia is a company try by Omufante, the pay it's a Jinawana, Omude, Omukrano Mupaya Chose, and Yabutre by Omucommandano, our only disagango, and no conchen or no quay call. Call me the sofa the minimity or kind and nimity a woman. It's Jinawana who say, I say, Ada gang eba. Ada gang eba ne car. And to the bit I say, we do on your team the argument, one is almost start to shoot in your numa. Nukurano of an American and chasing or no case minjina or catch them also say, minjina say I kill Kerfi Akama. And the also is so catch say I kill Kerfi Akama or say, Tina that dear Achim, and to that dear Achim, a tune are canon. And a media. Mr. Me Danina, Ampa, and a music two in here. A two on the bomb, and a pime, and see you. And yes, be a yena, you do, we say, you're near, you know, more, and I say, no more, ye, after says, you take Cantano, say, Boko to G, Boko to be seen, and a poor watcher was a strong one, Eddie Bonia, and say, yeah.
Pacho, Udin is saying
a friend of the Razaki Brian.
And he about more hospital paying about Munching.
Oh, paying for the ball, paying for the ball, paying for the ball.
This is what happened. AGA a lot of land Boise. Land to be a fence afahu. In Kanta na wakana to say mesh. And I'm so muchaye. And AGA knows this is not new. And I'm not here supporting illegality. But as the last result, and then they say also Mukunipa Ana, also Mukunipa 7. That's the question. They could have arrested them. They are military officers. They have been trained to do that. DNA mama junior say also Mukuomo. And then any question no. Inti Ghana na yetino right now what say assembly sina military kwa the only option they have is to kill. Somebody needs to answer questions. And this AGA MD, he needs to answer questions. And I'll be happy. Dr. Solomon Owusu, he knows more about mining. Dr. Solomon Owusu, me for Dr. Solomon Owusu. This guy is a very good friend. You know a lot about mining. Why haven't you spoken about the killings in Obuasi? Dr. Solomon Owusu, mining engineer Dr. Solomon Owusu. This guy is a very good friend. Why have you refused to speak? Because I know you are very vocal, and I respect you for that. You speak on illegal mining, activities that hampers or goes against the environment. You speak against illegal, small scale. You are very vocal. You have been very vocal. This particular incident, why have you refused to speak on this incident? Is it because this guy was your classmate and is your friend? Or there are other things, that's why you have decided not to speak on this matter? I want you to go on radio. I want you to go on TV. Speak on this matter. You have learned engineering more than I have learned. I don't even know anything about it. And I know when you learn about mining, you learn about security too. So you know how to protect mine, how it should be done. Why have you refused to speak on this? The MD of Anglo Gold Ashanti needs to be fired. I am praying that this incident NCBM, but to prevent this incident from happening, the people who caused that problem, these military officers or publisher anymore TV, so they need to be sacked and they need to face jail time. They have murdered Ghanaians. I mean, can we be true? ABI, what I will say, as some see and one on a court, there's pain. I'm telling you, every military officer in Obuasi, my life is at stake. They are legitimate police officers. Their life, life, is at stake. People are pained. You cannot open fire and kill 7 people and think, people will not react. And I don't want it to get to that level. It's something that I wish never happens. But if we decide not to take actions, then we are allowing people with such pain in their heart, to take some decisions. We cannot make it look like a normal day and walk away. No, somebody needs to take responsibility. A man for money, a bomb to a kuomu. Obi and my instructions, something needs to be done. Inti yang punish obia, yang you obiedi, yang jelu obia. So the next day, they'll go do the same thing again. I'm not going to be on my platform to defend any criminal act. I will never do it. But in Ghana, minim say, so ya Ghana ni na so obi bokro no kra na wan twetwa mbo obi tuwa. So bo obi tuwa kwa yan twetwa mbo ni tuwo. We know that is how the law etie ewo Ghana. Inti edien pa na nkofo we ye ya soja for who say etuo e beku omo nkwa ne the only option for them. Crime is bad. You are not supposed to encroach people's property. But we also, as humans, we cannot stop people from their actions. That does not mean that when people fault, we should, at the end of the day, go against the law. No. And jail. And I will never say obi encroach and uncle we are Anglo Gold Ashanti Gold. I will never advise anybody to do that. But the military officers there, that is not how they are supposed to handle the issue. So we need justice in here. The MD of Anglo Gold Ashanti needs to be fired. Or we need to hear something from Anglo Gold Ashanti. Because till now, they have said nothing. The only thing that they said is that, the AGC school, AGA schools are close now. We don't need that. This guy needs to take responsibility. No, I don't care whether he was there or not. Somebody needs to take responsibility. This guy murdered those 7 gentlemen. He did. We are yet to hear that a military officer was murdered by these people they killed. Inti Anglo Gold Ashanti, this is a fight between my platform and your company. If nothing is done, we will make sure the world gets to know that Anglo Gold Ashanti Obuasi mine, Anglo Gold Ashanti Obuasi mine is not worth investing with. We will make the world know that your leaders in Obuasi leading the mine are murderers. You people just go to Obuasi, you build one toilet, you build one water, and then you murder the people for their money. We are not going to allow that. And I will not sit here and justify anybody trying to steal from Anglo Gold Ashanti. There are right channels to use to arrest people and make sure they face the full rigors of the law. That is why there are laws governing this country. That is why when somebody goes against the law, we have to arrest them and send them to court to be jailed. You have the right to do that. Anglo Gold Ashanti mine from tomorrow. When I come, we need answers. Or else this gentleman's picture will be on my show every day and the world will get to know he led the murdering of 7 young people in Obuasi. He led the murdering. Ewo. Eye joy. Say joy for boa, mesume boa. Otum for say to akasa afa asama esi Obuasi hono. Nipa enso a omo ye na de hia omo te Asante asase so ya bo mu tuo sojafo Otumfuo said to Ekasa afa asem no ho say change of government shouldn't give people the opportunity to misbehave. Asantehene condemns Obuasi incident. Otumfuo said to Kasa or say abansesa ba kyerɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɛma nipa bi ho akwanya ɛma mu di nsɛm hunu wɔ Ghana. Na Otumfuo said to Ekasa afa nipa nso a sojafoɔ a ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo Ghana ho ban a obiambo obutuo abɔ Ghana for enso tuo wana asase so ɔse sɛ aban sesa ba a mɛma nipa bi mfa tumi nhyɛ ɔmo nsɛm ɛndi nsɛm hunu. And I'll say this, I'm very disappointed in the statement from Otumfuo. I am very disappointed. I am very, very disappointed. Because one, Obian Walker said this action by the military or the men who went there, it was because of change in government. There's been no official statement from anywhere. Say aban sesa yenti and amrantie no eko say omoko Anglo-Good Ashanti site. So far until Otumfuo gives me proof. So for Otumfuo to politicize this matter, I am very disappointed in Menchia. Because say asem say abano, it is not because of power that changed. It is an issue esia nipebi ekunipa sebio nipa nso ebo mutui and come here addition mu free Menchia. I don't think say sebio ka Menchia beka asem okan no e the politics abefrafra. I don't think say Imrante no mukọ or say omukọ akobie Anglo-Good Ashanti net no they were wearing NDC or MPP colors. These are young men who live in Obuasi. It is for Otumfuo to attribute this to a change of government. And then I believe, say, with all due respect, Otumfuo said to Ankasaye, there's some kind of hypocrisy in Otumfuo said to statements. Because if you want to look at the case critically or look at the issue critically, the issue here is why NMI instructions kun emrantiano. Bonnie Ben Amrantian yeah, soldier for end to me and use other means to stop them. The only thing they had to do was to shoot them. These are questions, basic questions everyone will be asking. Now, if Otumfuo said to two, catch say they see Obuasi a may ku nipan sono a change of government in the then in 2020, your boy nipa tuo ewo techimano identity Otumfuo ankasa. Say a change of government about 270 and a boy nipa tuo for about 4 years. Otumfuo said to never spoke on Techiman South killings. Asantibemu yetna Asantibemu ebo nipan sun tuo. Otumfuo did not see the need to speak on it. Even though it was a different matter, but a war asem na yeka. Why is Otumfuo so eager to jump the gun to tell us, say, what happened, it was because of change of government. It wasn't. This is not the first time an incident like this has happened in Obuasi. So far, we are all waiting for the investigative report. So for Otumfuo to just conclude this matter, to create an impression in the heads of people, say, this is politics, then I think Otumfuo got it wrong. And we have to say it in his face. Because unim, say, nipebi ebe se tumiechi, no more de dim kwasi asem, eti se soja fona, omo she tumiechi, Anglo-Good Ashanti MD no ehai omo disa imbransem. Because what in the first place, why are soldiers guarding a private property? Why? We are paying these soldiers with the taxpayers' money to stay and protect Ghana. Why are they guarding private property? That's the first question we need to be asking. And I'm deeply disappointed in this statement. This should not be political. This should be straight questioning of authority and how they deliberately murdered people. We need to move away from these things. And sometimes we'll be trying to Kevin or Otumfuo. I don't hate Otumfuo. Bibia niwa Otumfuo wa mi menyebi. Otumfuo is going to be rich till he dies. Otumfuo is going to be royal till he dies. The Otumfuo enya abrabum enya dia menyebi. So why should I hate him? But I have the right to criticize the utterances of Otumfuo when I believe it's not right. That is what I do. And it does not mean when I criticize Otumfuo's statement, it makes me disrespect him. No. I need to criticize Otumfuo for him to know I respect him. That is why I'm criticizing him. And not Otumfuo Kramporo, Sebio, or Tnasia, or what Sebio, I him for Tna, Edgini, and Samho. So it is very good we also analyze the statements from Otumfuo because Otumfuo Samemodu. This is not about change of government. Unless Otumfuo knows, say it was purely change of government, politician being a cast of Unkoho, and I say our evidence. Until somebody proves that to me. Because you cannot tell me NDC ko Obuasi, MPP ko Obuasi, Kweku Obuasi West MP, Kweku Kwating, Ojina Obuasi Anglo Gold, the Anglo Gold Ashanti Eye campaign from 2016. Ye boni patwo. Last 2 years, ye boni pabe and what you Obuasi. Why didn't we say it's because the government in power, the way they are doing things, we didn't say anything. And I can show you videos. I was here, I spoke on it. It's because of change in power. No, I disagree with that statement. And that statement is a statement protecting criminals who killed Ghanaians. The statement from Otumfuo, protecting soldier for Kromfowi, protecting Anglo Gold Ashanti MD, who is supposed to take responsibility for his actions. We are not supposed to use power to protect crime. With all due respect to 2472, abrochire na unyini te semia. Sebio, ye nyina ye kodi pa. Inti we sure say abrochire na asem we see ye. And an oil company. And a amanfo bi a encroach oil company and a gold mining company. So Canada, what's na and UK. Na se omo encroach na se ya bo mutu a. Ojin say people are going to sit there and let those security people walk away and the MD of the company walk away. You have traveled more than have traveled. You have seen things more than have seen. You have experienced that me. Why are we not applying the same thing here? Mummy Njai. This is not politics. This is somebody deliberately murdering Ghanaians. And we expect Ahemfo to lead the charge to make sure say a man for and she so jatadie and she position and Ghana for. I will never justify the actions of these young men who went to encroach and as Omoko cross the AGA4 line. I will never support them. But I'll also not allow people to murder unarmed Ghanaians. Never. Because so it is almost like and the Ghana military, the only option they have, say a man phobia, they need to shoot there. They don't deserve to be in those uniforms.